morning. And you folks in the UK should be caught up now, if I remember correctly, with the time change thing that happened, I guess, this weekend, wasn't it? Oh, well. It is Monday morning. It is raining and raining and raining. Yeah, I made the joke about Wales because, like I said, I have a friend of mine who lives in Wales, and all he does is complain about the fact that you know, it's always raining. Sadly, no, we're not in Wales. Because then I'd be hanging out in front of, I'd be in a bush spying on the Bad Wolf Studios. And so far, not a peep about any location filming again. But thanks to Ruther2, look that up at Ruther2 on Twitter. RUTHER2, all one thing. Look it up. There have been a few casting announcements and things like that, but that's right. Whose Books? I'm glad you reemerged. There were some people asking, "Where's Whose Books?" I'm like, I don't know. I can't keep track of everybody. But I'm definitely glad I got the umbrella in the car today, because oh my goodness, it is like cats and, well, not heavy cats and dogs, but it's steadily raining out here. Yeah, I wish I had more news for you all. I really do. But trying to get stuff out of Bad Wolf is like, trying to slip a couple gold bars past, the guys at Fort Knox. It's none of my sources are talking, because now that they're over at Bad Wolf Studios, I don't have any sources there. I've been noticing, a lot of folks out there doing guesswork and all that. Someone sent me some stuff about, that other fella, who does the leak show, or as I call it, and I'm like, worried, they talk about having a gambling problem. I don't like making fun of people's, weaknesses, because we all have them. But why, if you have, gambling troubles, why would anyone send money to somebody who's just openly admitted that they have trouble with gambling? I don't know. That's the thing. If I were to do like a Patreon page or some type of fund page or something like that, I'd be on the level, tell you right off the bat, look, here and there, some of that money would go to, like, up the show's output, move us up the ladder a little bit every now and then. But the majority of it would be going into a fund for either maybe getting, I got to get off my ass and finish Murder on the Chautauqua. I've been putting it off, and I don't know why. It's been a year now since the last chapter. I just really have been waiting for my muse to kick me in the nads and get me going again. And I got like 3 or 4 other stories I've been sitting here, pondering over doing. They'll be short ones. Probably not much bigger than It's Time to Pull the Weeds. Probably shorter than those, but now they're saying his channel was hacked. Oh, goodness gracious. Like I said, I got nothing personal against the guy. Like I said, at least he's trying. He's out there in the world doing something. But I don't like the fact that when people start asking money just so they can go to a convention, that's not really a pressing issue. Like, to give you another example, there were people sending money to, oh gosh, well, I hate to go in this, but I'm going to anyway, because it's been a while since it all happened. I don't know how many of you remember Johnny Blues' channel. Found out later that he was behind the scenes. He was asking people for money. Uh, he was basically living off his sister's disability check. And remember, I'm going off what I've heard. And then he's doing, he's telling people that him and his sister can barely afford to eat. But then every now and then he does a video where he's showing off this huge Marvel collection action figure. Now, I used to buy Spawn figures and all that back in the day, but that's when I knew we had money, to eat. And also I got mine usually for cheap somewhere else. I didn't. So, and in case any of you have not heard, Johnny Blues was picked up for, let's just say the videos he was downloading onto his phone were disgusting. Last I heard, he was going to jail for that too, but almost as bad as Aspergian, what's his name, trying to come back for a while there, and that's good old Gandhi, not Gandhi. And then he gets busted. Hell, he was not only busted, he was busted with a video. And like I said, I won't go into any details on that, but let's just say it was him, his wife, and an 11-year-old. We'll leave it at that. And then he was trying to sell books, self-published books on Twitter underneath, and on Amazon underneath an assumed alias. Oh, goodness gracious. Me and a bunch of others contacted Amazon, contacted Twitter. It's like, hello, this guy's a registered offender. But okay, let's get off that glum shit. Yeah, yesterday was the 18th anniversary of the new series, or the continuation series, as I prefer to call it. A lot of people posting the original trailer. I remember when there were people out there for years, like it was a status symbol. We saw Rose before it aired because it was leaked. And it's like, so you saw it before the, what does that mean? It means nothing. Hell, I saw all of the first few episodes of Series 8. Sorry, not series. It was the first series of Capaldi. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there. Like I said, I from what I heard, it's true that the first episode, Rose somehow made it onto media beforehand. And yeah, I saw a deep breath in the first couple episodes that made it out, because it was Series 8. Thank you for reminding me. They didn't have any of the effects done. It was in black and white because those were sent to have the subtitles made, and some idiot left them on an open server that was open to the internet. And next thing I knew, heard they were on every kind of site from, A to Alphabet, to Pirate Bay. It was everywhere. Yeah, that was one of the episodes that was leaked in the Series 8 leak. There was a group of scripts that went out too. But I don't consider myself superior to anybody or something like that because I saw it leaked. There was a completely different ending to Into the Dalek, though. That was changed later. Rusty in the one that went out went back to the fleet and blew himself up and wiped up that particular Dalek fleet. It caused a chain reaction, the only thing I can figure out, in the ship he was in. And so, no, Rusty originally didn't survive into the Dalek. And of course, that ending was changed later when it went out to air. I know. I still don't know what the whole plus the fact that, RTD, diehard fan, just happens to forget that the exact center of the universe was Terminus. But that's just me. Yeah, Rusty was a nickname for Russell T Davies that he had for years. People called him Rusty. So that's why they gave that Dalek the name Rusty. It was after RTD. Just watching everybody hustle like ants. Just like a lot of people didn't know that RTD was already penning a new companion for it was when Catherine Tate came back. He was penning a new companion for that series named Penny Carter. And then he found out that Catherine Tate really wanted to come back and do Doctor Who. And that's how the whole Donna thing happened. Yeah, I'm really glad they gave Ahmed Best that chance, to do this little role. Because that poor fellow was a mess. People were harassing him, heckling him, assaulting him on social media because he did the voice for Jar Jar Binks. Matter of fact, from what I heard, it got to at one point where he was suicidal. Well, Tennant was brought in because Ncuti Gatwa was not going to be fully available to do anything until he finished up all the projects he was currently working on, between Sex Education, the Barbie movie, and all that. So that's why Tennant agreed to come back to do, the interim period, for the specials. Yeah, I was really glad Ahmed Best got to do that role. Because it wasn't, if you didn't like Jar Jar Binks, he didn't write the character, he didn't direct the character, he just did a job. Said, I'm not a huge fan of Jar Jar. Lady G is, but like I said, you can't attack actors for roles you don't like or for characters you don't like. They're doing a job. They're doing what they're told to do. Okay, it's not, their fault if you don't like a character. Yeah, so I'm glad Ahmed Best got to come back, do that role as a Jedi, and he did a really good job with it. I really loved, that brief segment there where we saw, Order 66 and how they got, yeah, that's why I was really glad also this happened, because Ahmed was able to really show people how much he can truly shine with a character. Not like, like I said, Jar Jar Binks was Jar Jar Binks. It was a job. Yeah, sadly, I think Linda's twin sister passed away a while back. So yeah, when you see Linda, yeah, she had an identical twin sister. That's how they did some of the parts for Terminator 2. That wasn't CGI, that wasn't film editing, that was Lyndall Hamilton's twin sister. Um, just like the security guard who got the finger through the eyeball, that's a known. Wait, oh, those guys have been in a few things, set of twins. Well, like I said, enjoy it. I pick on Matt because I don't like the fact Matt ignored fans until he started getting paid to, acknowledge them. But like I said, I'm sure he's a friendly guy. I'm not, like I said, I'd love to meet Keanu Reeves. That right there is a class act and a half. That guy is just, when you read the list of things that went wrong in his life, and the fact that he's come out of it so kind, and I just looked at the time. I have got to get my butt going inside. Michelle Gomez played Missy, by the way, Who's Books. I heard she is a hoot and a half. Michelle Gomez. I heard that she is a riot. Well, I got to get running. I am like a couple minutes over. Take care, everybody. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your Monday. Hopefully we'll see you all in the near future. Take care. Be kind, be calm, be safe when you can. And we'll see you all hopefully in the future. Kate Mara plays, if I remember correctly. That's the last thing I'm throwing at you. I'm getting out of here. Have a great